Hi guys, let's do a couple multiple choice. I think I'm going to bounce around, so let's just see how we're going. The first one is a recent topic we've done with the probability, and it's looking, we have our fun app here, I believe, and we want to know, one, if a student selected as random who is female, decide if that's conditional or not conditional and what percentage we have there. So I'm going to look at comparing using and not using of the females first. So 216 plus the 54 is a total of 270 females that were asked, okay? And so we're going to do 216 divided by 270. Turning that into a decimal is 80%, okay? So 80% of the female population uses that. Now I'm going to look at the total population, men and women, female and male, that use it versus those who do not. So 216 plus, let's see if I can get that glare out of there, 216 plus the 172, that'll be our numerator, and then adding to that 54 plus 68. So 388 divided by 510, turn that into a decimal. That's not what I wanted. And I'm going to get 76. So if they were independent events, then they would have been the same percentage, but it is conditional of male versus female, and we found that that was the 80% right there. Okay, looking at the next one, they're talking about the geometric sequence, and this is what they gave you on the formula sheet too. They're now asking you to explain what that means. So you can go to the formula sheet, and you're going to see that that listed as a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. So the initial term, my a sub 1, is 5. So anyone that's not saying 5 is now crossed out. Secondly, because this is the geometric, that means that I'm multiplying by some amount. And because that r value is 2, I am multiplying by 2. So taking the one less value, a sub n, for the a sub 1, would multiply that by 2. Okay, I want to skip down to number 4. We're looking at this one. 5 pi over 6. So first we have to remember that pi is 180. So 5 times 180 divided by 6 gives me the angle of 150, okay? So I'm going to look. Oh, that was not helpful. They drew them all into quadrant 2, okay? We can see that 150 is there. Now, looking at what they're doing, sine, we remember that x, let me write that down, x is cosine and y is sine. So, if I'm dealing with sine, I want to look at the y value of it. So as I look at the 4 options here, in 2, that is using the horizontal distance, the x, if you will. This one is using the axes, so that doesn't look like the reference angle that we've known to draw the bow tie, if you will. Same thing with 3, that's not using the bow tie, and so we look over here, there it was the whole time. Oops, just circled the question. Choice 1. Okay, flip it over, see what else we've got here. Which of the following functions has a factor of x plus 2, or a root of x equals negative 2. So in this one, I would want you to go through and graph. To save us time, I'm going to go right to the correct choice here. So I'm going to add a graph. There, that's better. And I'm going to type in 2x to the third plus x squared minus 4x plus 4. I'm going to graph, and I'm going to see there is the root of x equals negative 2. So that one is choice 4. All right, let's see. Do we like the next one? Here we go. So they've given you number in thousands of people in a town from the year 2000 to 2006. They gave you this function right here where t equals 0 corresponds to t equaling 2000. So use the model to predict the year where there are 300,000 people in the town. So we're right on the graph screen already. I'm going to go ahead and graph that. So I have 1.393 x squared plus 12.029x plus 111.293. I'm going to graph. And it's showing nothing because my table's not set up correctly here on my window. So I'm going to go to the table and I'm going to look. Now 2008 would be 8. So that's saying 296. And then 2009, that's over 300,000, over. So that made our life pretty easy that the year 2008 is what we want to use. And I want to just bring up the point, so we've been having a lot of choice ones. Don't let that stress you. It's just the way the questions are falling. All right, we're at 5 minutes. We can do a little bit more here. Okay. Number 7, the probability of someone having brown eyes is 65%. If 2 different people were chosen, what is the probability that neither person has brown eyes? So things that you want to think about with that. First, one person does not affect the other person. Just because one has brown eyes doesn't mean that's all the brown eye pigment there was. So they're independent events. And they're also saying, it's probably that neither, so does not have brown eyes. So first thing I need to do is get a new document, slowly but surely here. There we go. Get a calculator. And I'm going to say 1 minus 0.65. And I'm going to say 0.35. And then I'm saying that neither has brown eyes. Or you could say person 1 does not have brown eyes and person 2 does not have brown eyes. So that is when you're going to have a multiplication. So 0.35 times 0.35, there is our answer. Okay? I'll cut this one off and we'll start up some more